I'm the president of Multimedia Solutions, the owner of the company as well. Started 23 years ago, have always been focused on bringing value rather than selling products. So we have always looked for opportunities and opportunities within the audiovisual world to bring value. Digital signage, actually, long before it was called digital signage, in fact, that's a very interesting topic, and how digital signage itself creates confusion in the industry, because there's digital signage long before our digital signage appeared. In fact, ISA, the International Sign Association, had large format digital printers, and I served on a group that actually went to the ISA trying to build a collaborative relationship, and they informed us that we could have chosen a better name, because in fact what came off of their big digital printers was digital signage. They've been selling digital signage for many years. But Multimedia Solutions is a commercial audiovisual systems integrator. We're based in Knoxville, Tennessee, with an office in Nashville. We have installations in all 50 states, 13 foreign countries, and what we do is more about what we know than anything that we sell. We come at every single project from the standpoint of asking questions, identifying what the needs are, what are the hurts and the pains, and then going back, collaborating with our technical people to establish what's the best solution. Not just, we never walk in the door with a product to sell, because that's not what an integrator does. So we come at it from an AV integrator point of view. I would say, as a commercial integrator, probably 15 to 20. There's not a whole bunch. That would be considered digital signage experts, 2, 3. Really, digital signage expertise is more associated with valued experience. You know, how do they get that experience and stuff? So, at any rate, it's a small group. Across the world, there's 5,000 served on the Infocom board, and there's 5,000 plus members of Infocom. And Infocom is the industry for the AV people. This is a hybrid subset of it. This is a passion of mine. In fact, I had the opportunity to bring essentially digital signage to the Infocom world, because I got to play a role in the creation of the digital signage pavilion over on that side. So it's a passion of mine. I started when this industry was called narrowcasting and all sorts of other things. They didn't know what to call it. We were just communicating, delivering the right message to the right people at the right time. And so my passion for doing digital signage and how we do it are all really based on employee communications, corporate communications. We do very little on the ad-based side. So our focus of digital signage is going in and helping corporations when they need to communicate HR information, critical training information, key performance indicators, wayfinding, all of those type of digital signage applications. And the building just fell down. Yeah, our organization uses digital signage in a lot of different ways. Some of the most dominant uses are wayfinding, corporate communications, providing recognition within companies, all sorts of applications that, yeah, sometimes there's sponsorships, sometimes there's ads involved, but most of the time the corporations that we're serving, or health industries, or churches, or they're all communicating to people. And today, with the pressure of the economy, everybody's being asked to do more with less, and everybody is really feeling the crunch of not being able to communicate with their team as well. And so we use digital signage to empower that corporate team to be able to communicate with their team. So that's what we do. An integrator starts off with every opportunity asking questions. They don't walk in the door with a widget, a box, or a brand and say, we have the best little thing that you need to buy a bunch of. We walk in the door generally because we've been referred, generally because they have some pain. They need a boardroom that doesn't work. They need, in the case of digital signage, they need to communicate to their employees across the plant and be able to do it quickly and efficiently. And we walk in, and through our experience, we ask questions, and we help them to understand what all is available. And then we go back and we figure out what is the best media delivery system that will accomplish that purpose, then what is the hardware, then what is the IT connectivity that is required, then develop for them a project management implementation. We design it, build it, implement it, support it, service it, train it, the whole gamut. A true integrator is a person that doesn't do one thing. They do a lot of things to serve the customer. I have several on the digital signage team. I have my son Robert, who heads up the digital signage division, and a new team member, John Varney, who just started with us in the upper East Tennessee area. We have lots of different verticals. We do video conferencing, digital signage, and IP streaming as our three main focuses, and so we have to spread the people going out to the different shows. So yes, the three of us are here. My experience, I've served this industry for several years, been a trainer and a teacher, and have been blessed by that opportunity, but my greater experiences with the Infocom world and serving on their board of directors and having the opportunity to bring digital signage to a real point of importance relative to that world as well. So I've had an opportunity to serve several, and including teaching at the International Sign Association as well, another hybrid kind of association. We're all tied in this communication world together. The facts are that digital signage is a mature industry now. It's no longer about whether you can find a computer that will work, a flat panel that will work, a switch that will allow enough bandwidth to get over to your player to do that. Really, the technologies now that are affecting us are things that people are using to enhance. What you don't want to do is to have these signs just become noise, clutter, people just becoming brain dead to walking around seeing so many. So you got to figure out ways to make it identify. I heard some people talking yesterday, and I thought the concept was brilliant about the fact that what we really need to recognize is the way that people communicate today, especially this new generation. If they can't get the information from their iPhone or their iPad or their Droid in a matter of a few seconds, they never go to the yellow pages. They got to have it. If they don't get it instantaneously, they don't need it. So why don't we build on that? Why don't we use our digital signs to push a sensitivity, information to encourage people to reach out, and then build apps that they could download as a result of what they saw on the screen. And so have an app explosion relative to digital signage. So I see that. I see near-field communication studies. I see all these interactive ways of engaging people as a means of bringing people in to something more than just a sign. I mean, I think the biggest detriment to our industry is having some of the challenges where in the past you've seen a lot of screens that have been blue, the famous blue screen of death, or the logo floating across the screen, and they look up and go, another one. Our technology is becoming very dependable thanks to the investment of these great manufacturers, but today I just see some of these technologies that are allowing us to have greater degrees of interactivity making a major difference there. Just like most of our business is a business of referrals, and digital signage is one that is viral, and the fact that it starts one place and it just continues on and on. Example, we work with a very large steel manufacturer in the U.S., and they initially engaged us as a part of their communication for integrating with emergency notification. There was a bad storm, actually a tornado, that traveled within 200 yards of the plant, and there was no way that they could communicate. We went in there and provided them a system that allowed them to immediately communicate with their employees. But as a result, they had plants all over the world, and so we became the integrator of choice to carry that technology to those other locations. But now they use it for so much more than just emergencies. They use it for providing key performance indicators, employee recognition, announcements for the day, all of those things. So that's how come it travels to all those foreign countries. Plus, we've done a lot with the military in our GSA schedule. Every year, my friends like Lyle Bunn always say that it's going to be that hockey stick year, but I see consistent double-digit growth, and we've experienced it. I don't really see that hockey stick year. I just keep seeing every year continued double-digit growth, and I think as long as as we just don't turn this into a commodity, and lose the confidence of the people. We don't want people to look at our digital signs and just consider it something else that's making noise in their environment. One of the key factors is recognizing what you're good at and what your limitations are and how to collaborate. That's also a very large factor in an integrator's world. Now, one of the benefits that I have is I have the benefit of being a part of the largest integration group in the United States, which is called the USAV group. And in fact, they have the largest contingency of integrators here at the show. But this USAV group allows me to have already pre-negotiated, on my team type of things, so that if I may send a project manager to San Francisco to oversee the implementation of a digital signage job, but I'll have a USAV partner there that will provide 2, 3, or 4 people that will come alongside with my project manager, already with pre-negotiated rates, with non-competes already in place, and move it right down the road. And not only that, but I also know that they've also signed agreements that they'll do it to a standard of installation. So we all know what to expect of each other, and that's the way that we grow this thing on a international and a national basis. Even the world's largest integrators find themselves with not enough people, trucks, and ladders. So you got to collaborate with trusted friends. You got to build relationships. That's how it works. Digital Signage Expo, that's where multimedia solution comes when we really want to find out what we need to communicate with digital signage. It is the one key central point that all of the best manufacturers and software, content management, network operators, all the movers and shakers in this industry come. It's the place that you need to come if you're going to be serious about this industry.